Hi and welcome to my channel Empowered Movement and Health. I'm Esther, and in today's video it's all about your hips and your sides. So join me on the mat and let's get moving. We're going to start lying on your side. If you have a ball, have that handy, or it can be a pillow or a towel, something to rest your knee on later. Start with your bottom leg a little bit bent and the top leg long. And then we're focusing on the space between the rib and the hip here. So if you feel here, you've got ribs, bony bits, then it gets soft, that's your waist. And then you've got the pelvis again, bony bits. So put your hand on the soft part, however it feels good for you. And then you try and hike up that hip. So you're closing that gap under your hand, and then you reach that leg long and it gets bigger. So you get more wrinkles here in your top, and then you reach it long, less wrinkles. We just do a few here. The leg is lifted. If it's too much, it can be lower down. Hike it up, and then release it. You also feel a change in the bottom waist, how it goes closer to the ground and further away from the ground. Again, this is a really important movement for your hips, for your back. Might feel like small and nothing, but it's very important that it moves up and down. So we're not lifting the leg up and down, we try to move the pelvis up and down. If you want more, you can reach the arm. As I reach that leg away, I can reach the arm long. So I really feel that opening, that stretch here. Then I hike up that hip and I can pull my elbow down. Reach it away, stretch it long. And then pull the elbow down, hike the hip up. Two more like this. You reach it away. And then back. One more. Now we try and keep the leg out. So when you reach it long, the arm can stay here or up, or you can rest it down. Keep it long, lift it to hip height, and then do 10 circles backwards and 10 circles forwards. But keep that reach, keep that length. If you feel more on your thigh and the side here, not the bum, just move your leg a centimeter back and see if you can get more into your bum muscles. You can flex the foot and you keep reaching away, so keep that length. 10, once you've done 10, you reverse the other way. 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release this hand down. If you had it up, again, you can put it a little bit lower now, more onto your hip fold. You're going to bend this knee, so you feel that hip fold, like you want to kiss the knee, and then you push. Imagine you're pushing something heavy away, and you stretch it long. Now, what we want here is to stay steady in the center. So I bend the knee in, and when I push away, it should feel like you're balancing on your side. If you lift your bottom leg a little bit up, you will feel much more wobbly. So you can always do a little test. Breathe in if you want more. As you stretch this leg away, you can reach the arm, and again, you can always try and lift your bottom leg a little bit up. You don't want to roll back, you don't want to roll forwards. It is like you're balancing on your side. And then you bend it in. Imagine you're pushing away something heavy. And 4 more here. Press and reach. And 1. And then this leg that's moving is the one that's going to come down. So this is where your ball or a pillow or block, something to put it on, can come in handy. And then you can straighten out your bottom leg. So now we're going to lift up the bottom leg. So I'm going to reach it long. I'm going to lift it up. It's more the inner thigh, but you still reach it long. This leg gently presses down. As you lower down, see if you can hover it just a millimeter off the ground. And then you go again. You lift it up. And then you lower down. and lift it up. Hold it for a sec and lower down. And keep going. Lift. Last 4 here. Lift and hold. So you can feel something work in your center as well. So if I press this leg a little bit down into the ball, I feel a bit more engagement here in the center. 2. And then the last one, you're going to stay lifted, stay up. Tiny little ones. We're going to go up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Now you bring the arm you're lying on to the front. You can keep the leg here again. You can always bring it lower down, wherever it feels good. Reach this arm forwards, have a nice stretch. Up, and then bring it all the way back. I like to put my left hand onto the leg to anchor it down. And then we just stay here for a few breaths. If it feels too much, you can try with this leg lower down, or if you don't feel a twist and a stretch into the leg and the bum here, lower this leg below the belly button and you might feel it more. So the angle of your bent leg may vary, depends where you feel it. And stay here for 2 more breaths. And we slowly bring ourselves back. You're going to you can remove the ball, you're going to use your arms to lift yourself up. And the leg you've had lifting up is the one that stretches out. Now the other one, if you can bend it in like this. Maybe you want to put the ball here, maybe it needs to be more out, more up, wherever it works for you. Doesn't have to be close in at all. You're going to, this leg can't straighten, it's slightly bent, all good. You're going to breathe and you're going to lift up, and then you're going to go over for a side bend. You're trying to reach, and then slowly bring it back. Options, you can place this hand down and you can just lift up here. Option 1. Option 2, you don't use the ball. If you do option 2, you press down and you lift up. Now this is a bit more challenging. And then you release it down. And then we go back over. So we switch a few more times. So option 1, you just go towards the leg. You come back and you stretch it back. You still get that little bit of back extension, that lift, that opening. If you want more, you press and you lift. We can do 3 more in your own time. Do what's good for you. We go over to the leg. We come back. Put a bit of weight on the back arm. We can lift to here. Or maybe we try and lift the hips up. And again, try and get a nice flow with your breath. You move at your pace. And then we have our last one. And then once you're done the last one, you can bring yourself back. You can put a little bit of weight on your hands, bend your legs in and just rock them side to side. Really wide legs. If this is not good, maybe you just want to shake the legs instead. Just a few, and then we repeat it all on the other side. Good. And then let's Swing our legs the other way. Again, have your ball or pillow handy, and we're going to lie down here. First of all, have a feel. You feel your ribs, you get soft, and you feel your bones of the pelvis again, and you put your hands on the soft bit. Then you're going to reach that top leg away from you. So it's more about the reaching away, like the leg gets long, like I'm standing there at the end pulling on your leg. So you should feel more gap here, but you also feel the waist on the floor lift a little. And then you hike it up, so you close that gap. You feel the bottom waist relax into the mat, and this gets higher. You're gapping the hip joint a little bit here, and then you close it up. What it does, it creates a bit of movement, tiny bit of movement in your area, SI joint area, where the spine and the pelvis meet. This can be done with the leg low, even brushing on the floor, or lifted hip width. If you want more, you can stretch that arm, reach it long, and then you bend your elbow in as you hike it up. Check that the ribs are not pushing forwards. So ribs are above your pelvis. Reach, think of that leg long, and then in. So think more away. So keep your leg the same height, the same level. It's just in and out. It's not up and down. Like you get a really long leg, and then you hike it up, you close it in. And we're going to do 4 more here. Reach and in. And then keep it out. So reach it really long. Lift it to hip height if you can. First of all, check if you just feel the thigh here or just the side. Just move your leg a tiny bit back so you feel it more in the bum. We're not arching in the back. It's the hip that opens. And then 10 little circles. This arm can reach forwards, up, or rest down in front, wherever it feels good for you. 10 circles in both directions. Think of that waist nice and lifted because you're reaching the leg long. Imagine I'm there, pulling on your leg. Slow, smooth circles. No rush. Good. And then the other way around for 10. Then you can bring your arm down and just go a bit lower than the waist where you feel just below your hip bone. So as you bend the leg and you should feel that fold into the hip, like you want to kiss the knee. Then you push it away slightly behind you. Again, we're not going into the back. We want to feel the bum work. And again, inhale, bend. Exhale, push it away. Now, options here. When you push that leg back, check you're not rolling back. You can try and test it by lifting a tiny bit your bottom leg up so you really feel that balance on your side. You can reach your arm long if you want a bit more, and then you fold and bend it in. You relax your lower leg down. So even though you hopefully feel it around your bum and the leg here, we want to feel the center active, holding us here or balancing here on our side. The more I bend this leg in, the more steady it is. So if you want it wobblier, you can have it a little bit less bent and even try to lift it up. Plus, we're really getting into our hip motion here. Few more here. Last 3. And good. it, and then you can grab your ball or your pillow and you can rest your knee on it. And then you stretch out your bottom leg. So you might even feel a bit of a stretch here when you rest this leg. But now we're going to lift the bottom leg up. You lift it up, you reach it long, and then as you lower down, you just have a tiny bit of gap on the floor so you don't rest it. You're going to breathe out to lift. You may still feel something in your center, but it's mainly for the inner side. Lift and I gently press my resting leg into the ball, and I can feel a bit more into the waist, into the side. Reach it long, pull the toes in, feel like you're pushing the ball away. And then last two here. And the last one, you're going to stay up, hold it, 10 little ones. You go up for 10, 9, 8, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, bring that arm in front, reach your top arm forwards, big stretch, and then up and over into your twist. And go where it feels good for you. I like to put this hand on the leg to anchor it down and then play with the height of this bent leg. It can be higher up, belly button level, or even lower down. You want to feel a nice twist and maybe even a bit of a stretch across this leg that we've just worked. And bum. And we stay for 2-3 breaths. And slowly bring yourself back. And again, you can use your arms to help you lift up, and the leg that we had long is the one that's going to stretch out. The other one bends in wherever it can. And we try that side movement here. So I lift up and I fold a little bit towards the leg. And option 1, breathe in. Bring this arm down, lift the other arm up. And then give a little lift this way. Or option 2, I push a little bit more with my hand, I push a little bit more with my leg and foot, and I lift my hips up. It doesn't have to be high and you don't have to lift. And then you do 4 more in your own time. Try and find the nice flow. I exhale into the side bend. I inhale to come back. I exhale to lift or to stretch it this way. And inhale to go back. And we have 2 more. That's it. Smoothly moving side to side. Mm. And then once you've finished here on this side, we're going to just spin around to lie on the back for the last part. You can roll down or you can go sideways down, legs wide, just like we've done sitting. We do a bit of windshield wiper side to side. And then you can hug your legs in and give your back a little rock. Side to side, a little circle. Thank you for moving with me. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. See you next week.